Hello traders, it's Samurai Trader. Welcome to my market recap. We're going to be looking at a whole bunch of trading opportunities that presented themselves on the NQ133 tick today, which is in the USA the 11th of the 11th, down under here in Australia the 12th of the 11th. So we'll be just having a look at a few of our trade setups, and just remember these setups work on all time frames and all markets. So remembering, we're watching for a pattern, we're looking for a pattern, and that's something that it's very easy for us to train our eyes to do. Pattern-based trading is rules-based trading. So once we see the pattern, does it meet the rules? And next thing to do, of course, is to execute the trade and manage the trade. Now we are going to be looking at some charts in a moment, and as per usual, I need to make sure that you understand the risk. If you're new to trading or you're new to my videos, please feel free to put a hold on this video and just read the disclaimer. And if you haven't already done so, down the bottom right hand corner, please go to full screen. Another thing I'd like to open with here as we get underway with this session is a little on developing the right trading habits. Over 75% of the traders that I work with are highly experienced. I work with institutional traders, I work with professional private traders, I work with traders that have been trading for 10-20 years trying to become traders but just haven't made it up till now. What is absolutely critical is that when you first start to learn one of my new trading strategies or even invest in my program, you need to give yourself time. Number one, you need to unwind your past trading habits, and you need to be ruthless on yourself. You truly do. Now what we do know is that the University College of London has stated that it takes 66 days to develop a new habit. So be kind to yourself, give yourself some time. I get emails every day from new purchasers of my program, and this is putting aside my live coaching clients that say there's so much to learn. Well, traders, you start with one strategy, just one strategy. You master that, you can make an incredible living. Say just trading a T2 or a 34B, you can live a life of a king mastering just one strategy. So be kind to yourself and give yourself time. Now getting into it, another reason why you want to have a system, you need to have a business plan when it comes to trading, is that system basically save yourself time, save yourself money, save yourself stress, energy, and that's the great thing about the strategies that I teach you. Now we're going to be going through some of the rules of some of the strategies in a moment, but what's absolutely critical, of course, and I do have to say this based upon an email I saw received from a client yesterday, don't live trade until you've executed at least 100 trades on the simulator and you're profitable and you're doing it flawlessly. If you cheat, if you break the rules, go back and start from one again. Traders, this is about making serious money, which requires serious focus. If you're a pilot and you get in a jet aircraft, are they going to allow you to make mistakes on a regular basis? Of course not. You'll be suspended. Likewise, you've got to be really tough on yourself. And as Jack Welch says, lack of candor is the greatest killer of business. Well, lack of candor for me to my students is the greatest killer of you potentially making or having a great lifestyle as a trader. So I just want to really drive this home today, just based upon some of the conversations and some of the emails I've been receiving from students. Now let's get back into the trading for a moment. Let's talk about trading. Now this is an affirmation, and I've got this up. It's framed in front of me. I am patient, I'm disciplined, I am focused, I'm a sniper, one shot, one kill. I'm a rules-based pattern trader. And that is the mindset, the persona that I take on when I trade, and I highly recommend you look at that. If you're not where you are as a trader now, you need to sit back and say, okay, what mistakes have I made up till now? Well, it's probably counter trend trading to begin with, breaking the rules, not having a business plan, etc. And that's what this training is all about. So just before we go to the charts, I want to quickly talk to you about something that you hear me now talk more and more about, is getting into a trend early and letting particularly on your first wave or on your first trade, letting it ride for a higher profit target. Now, I'm a scalper. I target generally 14 ticks because that's what I've been doing for a long time. Now here on the T20s, I've been aiming for a higher profit target. Like on this one, 28 ticks I hit. I trade 10 lots at 400. Well, that's over 75% of my profit target on one trade. Traders, get in a trend early enough and you can achieve that. Just before we go to the charts, very quickly, if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. Go to my website, subscribe for my free Trendsetter cheat sheets, the training video, my free 160-page ebook, and go to my website, find out more about my program. It's only $197, the best day trading strategies, 12 of the world's best you'll ever learn. Now let's get to the charts. So let's go and have a look at price action. Now this is starting from very early this morning, and if we look at this here, this is working on just me. I'm just going to confirm this. Yes, so this is working on USA time traders. Sorry about this, moving this around. I just need to get this right. I know it's annoying. It's annoying when I look back and I look at the replays when I do this, but I just want to get back. Okay, so let's have a look here. Let's start off with the 34Bs. We want to make our trading as mechanical as possible. However, as I say to everyone, our trading that I teach you is 95% mechanical. There's still some personal things you need to take into account, such as you need to be able to recognize a trend, and we do that quite easily by looking at our 8 EMA, our 34, what is the direction of the overall trend. So we can see we've got on the chart here, we've got a 200, we've got an 89, we've got a 34, and we've got an 8. So we can see here the market has collapsed down here, and it's almost an 89 bounce. And once you close up and we had a T1 signal, you go for it. And I already know what some of you are going to ask. What is this indicator down the bottom? Well, this is a double smooth stochastic. Okay, so this is a standard stochastic, and I just wanted to I'm about to do a market recap for my students, and I want to explain that. So I'm going to minimize this now, but that's what that is. It's a double smooth stochastic. Let me move back down here. Okay, so what we've got here is we've got a 34 bounce as a winner, 34 bounce. We roll over, and what confirms the rollover trade is our cross of the 8 EMA through the 34. Now you can use the trigger line 8, or you can use the 8 itself. Trigger line 8 will get you into more false moves. The 8 EMA is perhaps won't get you in as many trades, but will perhaps get you into more profitable trades. Now remember, when you've got this crossover, I want to see a pullback unless I get in very early. So we've had a pullback, we've got a 34B. Here, the two arrows here, we had a 34B only if I formed the channel. So if we go down here, look at the 34 channel here. Okay, so we almost just touched it. So it didn't quite meet our normal rules of a 34B, but all of these, and once again, this is a NQ 133 tick, all of these were slam dunks for 21 ticks. Now, why 21 ticks? 21 ticks is $105 gross. Take off your $5 in commissions, 4 of those a day, and you're on your 400 a contract. The secret is getting in to a new trend. So two of these trades in a new trend romped 21 ticks in. Now let's have a look at this here. I received an email earlier from Brendan, I think it was, one of our new students. Brandon, sorry. Yes, Brandon, I'm just looking at here. And he asked about the 89B bounces when the 34 is going up against the 89. Yes, I will still take those. and you can see here we've had actually two bounces off the 89 and coincidentally the 200. So I will trade against these. It's probably about a 70% chance you're gonna come okay. Now remember, the more 89 bounces you have in a trend, the more likely you are that it's going to fail. So definitely you want to take these ones, but you want to be cautious. The further you are in a trend, the more likely you are that they will fail. So we've got a 34B again, we've got a T20. Now, so what do we do here, traders? What do we do? Well, here we can see that our 200 is still heading down. So what does that tell us? It basically tells us that on a higher time frame we have a very strong downtrend. Once again, be very cautious in trying to catch a falling knife. You want to wait until it's hit the ground. Likewise, wait until the trend finishes. And here we can see this trapped a lot of traders in to go to the long side, and it just bounced off for 200. We actually had a 200B and away it went. So just want to be really cautious there. Here, 200B, 89 bounce, 89 bounce. So what do we do with these different T20s? To follow the ones, if you want to be conservative, go with the trend. Just take these breaks, these T20s that go with the trend. But notice all of these, or most of these, many of these will romp your 21 ticks in. So moving right along, we can see here 21, this is a 34 bounce, and you got stopped on this one. Okay, now when you have a crossover and we're establishing a new trend, you ideally, unless you're trading a T25, and I won't go into the T25 in this video, but if you're trading a T25, once again your trend direction, you're using the 8. But otherwise, wait for a pullback to your 34, which is what happened. It just happens to be, unfortunately, you were stopped on this particular trade. And you can see here, come down, we went up, we had a pivot bounce, and that's why I believe it happened. Come down, we had an 89B, and away we go. We have another T20, come down, pull back, and what this is, it's not a 34B, it's an 89 bounce again. So CO89, it's rolled over, we come up, we've bounced. Once again, you've romped your ticks in there as well. Okay, you've come down here, that was actually only bounced off a channel. Here you've got an 89 again, 34, 34. So traders, taking these mechanically, 34, that was touched by the channel. Okay, you can see here you're absolutely romping these trades in. Now what I want to now do is show you the ES. Okay, so let's have a look at the ES now. Alright, you may be wondering what these times represent. That's another training session I'll be releasing, time of day trades. If you haven't heard of time of day trades, wait till you see the session. And by the way, go to my website, because I'll be doing a couple of specialized videos on time of day trades, and you'll find certain markets, particularly the ES, there are certain times of a day when you could really, it's on a spin of a top, you'll see the market turn day in, day out. Now imagine what that means for your trades if you know the time of day trades. And it's I was teaching a student to these strategies face to face, and he said, gee, why don't you tell everyone, all your students, about this, and the general public, they need to know about this? Well, one of the challenges is, traders, is the more I teach you, it can become more confusing, because once again, this is another tool you can use. It's another thing to look at, and I can find, and it can become confusing, particularly for new traders, once again, because you want to be learning one thing, one strategy, one setup when you first start trading. So I'm going to do some specific training sessions. So if you haven't already, once again, a new student, go to my website, register, and you'll automatically be updated on these time of day trades. Now 34 bounce, that hit the channel, by the way, 34, 89, 200. Okay, you had once again time of day, 34, 34, 34, 34. Now this, oh, sorry traders, this is the ES 1000 volume. Once again, this is from today's action. It is the 12th of the 11th, or for my American colleagues it's the 11th of the 11th, and you can't quite see the time frame. Let me just so this is 10:20 this morning as an example. Now all of these are all time of day trades. You had a 10:20, you had a 10:06. These are specific times. You had a 9:52, a 9:42, and let me just show you some of these. Now just have a look at this. 9:35, 9:42. A couple of minutes later, it was I think this was 3 minutes later it spun. Now wouldn't you like to know all of these? Well, you'll learn all of these in the course. Time of day trades, does it make a difference? Well, it certainly does. It's a great tool to use. However, it's a tool, and as a new trader you can learn one thing at a time. You don't have to know the time of day trades, but it certainly can be helpful. So 34 bounce, 89 bounce, almost an 89, 89 bounce, 89, 34 bounce. This, by the way, is 9:09 this morning US time, exchange time. So traders, you can see here that we have trades firing off left, right and center. Now let me just remove the alligator for you. So we've got T10s, T2s, you know, it's just a ton of trades. So traders, drop me an email if you've got any questions. Make an investment in yourself by purchasing the program if you haven't already done so. For my students that are watching this video, I'm doing the time of day trades over the next let's just say 3 or 4 days. I've got a lot on at the moment, and getting some great feedback on the 34 bouncer students and also the T25s. Okay, now the newest cheat sheet I'm about to put out, this is for my students, by the way, this will go straight to my students, is the T25. Some updates to that and a new training video, and I'll get that out within the next 3 or 4 days. So for those people that are new, welcome. Please go to my website, drop me an email, invest 197 into my program. I keep you updated every week. I'm delivering new materials. Now when I say that, it's not changing their strategies, it's just enhancing based upon feedback from students. Traders, thank you very much, and the next couple of days we'll have some more videos out.